It's a great time to bring in our guest who is standing by. National trial attorney Michael Jaafar is watching along. Michael, it's good to see you. Tell us what your take is on Emma Murray's testimony, how she sounds. We've heard her voice before on that dash cam video when her father had just been arrested. She was emotional, but it sounded similar in cadence to what we're hearing from her, very matter of fact, on the stand.
I think she's been fantastic. I think she's been a fantastic witness. I think John Pryor did a good thing by bringing her up first. Even though technically it doesn't qualify as a statement against interest, her testimony is kind of like a statement against interest because she's testifying basically in favor of her father, who's being, accused of murdering her mother, and she already knows that he was cheating on her with this other woman, right? So I think her testimony is very credible. I think she's a very credible witness. And hey, I mean, who knew the victim, Tammy Daybell, better than her own daughter, right? I mean, we have these bits and pieces of other evidence, but she's been effective. The whole thing about the Fitbit, the whole thing about the 4K run and the life insurance. I mean, if you needed reasonable doubt, there it is. I know I've been on an island on this case. I still don't believe that the case against him is solid against all the. I think the case against Lori Vallow is just a different case than the case against Chad Daybell. So I think that this witness and John Pryor, I see where they're going, and I think it's a good direction for them.
Interesting. All right. Yeah. Michael Jaafar, he's thinking that Pryor's got a chance, and so does Daybell. Not a lot of other people think that.
In the guilt phase or in the penalty phase?
We'll see.
We'll see.
Does that having Emma up there does help in the penalty phase, doesn't it? If they get there, because the guy's got a daughter, and if the jury recommends death, that'll factor in, right? Oh, we're gonna kill Emma's dad, and that love, as robotic as her voice is, you could tell that she absolutely supports and loves her father.
Absolutely. No, it's absolutely going to help in the penalty phase for sure, because it'll blunt against the aggravating factors. I want to be clear. Even though I think that the case has not been proven beyond a reasonable doubt, I fully agree he's going to get convicted. I don't agree that he should be convicted because I just don't see the compelling evidence that showed before the fact that he organized and orchestrated these murders, whereas it is beyond a shadow of a doubt he conspired to cover these up. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, he did conspire to cover these up. But it's like, if you have a brother-in-law who murders his niece and nephew and brings them and buries them in your backyard, and he's your brother-in-law, so he knows how to cover, he knows when you're asleep, and then the police find them. Look, I just don't see the compelling evidence that before the fact he organized and orchestrated these murders, whereas Lori Vallow, these were her kids, right? But to your question, Ted, yeah, of course, once he gets convicted, which he will, it's going to help. Her testimony is going to help in the penalty phase of the death penalty.
Well, we're going to squeeze in a break. We do have more testimony from Emma on the other side, and she's about to answer questions about the moment her mother's body
concludes with the first witness for the defense, the daughter of the defendant and of the deceased, Tammy Daybell. Michael Jaffar's with us. How do you handle her on cross? If you're the state, you think she's lying and trying to protect Dad, but she's also inherently a sympathetic character.
Is the cross really coming, or was that the cross? That was a fantastic attack by that prosecutor. That little thing that she did where she voir dire the defendant on the direct examination, that's a very advanced tactic. I was very impressed with that. That prosecutor, she's the terror of any defense attorney when the defense attorney is putting on their comment. So how I would attack this witness, other than the cringeworthy comment she made about her dad not liking dogs, which was just cringeworthy, she's a good witness. So the way you would attack it, you'd have to be sympathetic because, again, she's still a grieving daughter. She basically cross-examined her on the direct examination. I mean, that was fantastic. She would just basically continue the same momentum. And, hey, did you know this? Did you know that? Did you know this? Did you know that? I did not know any of this stuff. But I don't know what evidence, what testimony we're left with, because that prosecutor already gutted the direct examination with her objection. So I think she'll just continue that.
Yeah, let's get to that.